All right, and welcome back to another interesting installment of Minetest gameplay of sorts. Yeah, right. And it is Monday, February 27th. And I'm recording this. Hopefully everybody's seeing it. Well, if you see it, you'll know that it recorded. I'm out at the Cliff House checking out some stuff, but this is my one setup because of the damage in my office of the roof, and the roof is leaking, and they came out and they said they fixed it, and the painters were going to come by and fix the hole in the ceiling. And it rained the very next day, and I had a stream of water coming out of the wall like one would not believe. So it is not fixed, and they are going to have to start from zero again. But I thought I'd revisit this house because there was a comment. Oh, how's everybody doing out there? I'm doing fantastic. All considering, it's a great day. So if you're seeing this, everything worked out on my my tests of moving my recording studio and rig and everything else. Yeah. But Aiden 721 asked, any advice on building roofs for houses? No. And here's why. Roofs for me are like my Achilles heel. As you can tell, here is a flat roof with it has some skylights on it, overlooking the fish tank, overlooking the garden. And these are just cut blocks. And then over here, we have like the patio areas. So you can see over here, here's another roof with a little dimension to it. It's a flat roof, but it has edging going all the way around it. And it has some sculpture bits. There's another one over here. I want to show the differences in the barns. Roofs are very hard for me. Here's a roof. It's a peak roof. It's got a peak. And I generally, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, I can count. So this is an even number. And I tend to do a lot of odd numbers. But if you do an odd number, you're going to have a part in the middle that's going to stick out. It's going to be a flat spot. And there's no way around that. So here's a peak roof of glass for the greenhouses. We come over here. We have another one. And I like to do this thing where, if you could see there, I take the triangle blocks to create this smooth thing. Put that back. Nice. And let's just see. 7, 8. So this one's also even. But then we come over here. We have this kind of like awning style roof. And that's all it is. It's just two blocks. It goes up and creates that roof. But then we come to the barn. And this barn is kind of, this is the original barn. Now, I do have a solid block in the center to create that flat part. And then I have the triangle blocks here. But as you can see, I go down and then I change to the long style. So there's a short style and the long, this is the long style. And then I change to the short style. And it gives it that barn. If you notice a barn, you see how the first 2 blocks, there's a 2 or 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. 3 short angled blocks and then a long angled block. And this is 2 nodes it takes up. And then, there's an overhang. So on this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this building base is 17. Thus, there's a flat block in the center. And we're going to go back and check out the other barn, and I'll show you the differences that I used in it, because you could see I left the squares. I left the angles in here, and I didn't round it off like I did on other ones. So there is that. Let's get rid of, wow, that's loud. That's loud. But I'm not going to play with it because I have no static right now. Every time I'm running this off of 20-year-old equipment, and it's not like, oh, woe is me, like 20-year-old equipment. This equipment has been through 2 bands and countless other iterations, and it still works. It's most of the equipment is Behringer, and it's over 20 years old, and I am thankful that it still works. So you can see on this one, this roof here, I did these are long blocks because they're 2 nodes wide, and I did it to make it smooth. And if you look at a house in real life, there's going to be an overhang. So I have overhangs on all the sides, and I could put a light there. So it makes it really cool. Other roofing styles that you can do. And like this roof here, this is kind of a farmhouse-ish, a modern take on it. And it's just, this one's even because it comes to a peak in the center. So when you're building your buildings, obviously you're going to have to take that into consideration. If you notice, my windows are 2 nodes and the garage doors are 3 nodes. This is just added on. That's just decorative. So where the actual house ends. So you're just going to have to take your base measurements in consideration when you build your roofs. We're going to go check out a strange roof in a second here. But these are all, most modern buildings are going to have flat roofs. You know, there's exceptions to every rule. However, this roof took me a long time to do because this is built with corner blocks. You can see the outline when my cursor goes over it. This roof took a long time because you see so many different angles, and you can see how that is. We take that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Take that off. That's where the roof part. And a lot of turning with the screwdriver. And again, this building was built using a technique in World Edit, creating a cylinder. But the roof part had to be done by hand. We go inside. You can see how different layers, different levels of roof, because when you did the first layer, the second layer came in. So all it was I followed the base layer with 1 layer of roofing, which hung over. You can see where it hangs over. And then I just kept going around and around in a circle until it met it here, because I wanted to raise that up and create like a skylight type deal with windows. And then I continued the roof up for 1 more. So that's how that one works. This is a take. Oh, this is an old style roof. You see this on older buildings. And the same principle. You create your base, you know, your base building, and then you just go around with the blocks. And I chose to stop there. And the same thing with this one. So it didn't connect. It just stopped with the flat. You have to make your roofs, you know, you can make them realistic, but you also have to do it in a way that pleases, aesthetically pleases you. You're building these builds for yourself, first of all, regardless if you're sharing them with somebody else. This I took from an old train station, and I modified the look and made it all glass. Because if you go down the Navy Pier in Chicago, there's buildings with glass roofs. So it's not not conceivable. Where do I want to go now? Oh, there's a roof over here, and there's a flat roof, bunch of flat roofs, because that happens in real life. As a matter of fact, the building that I live in, it has a flat roof, which is leaking like a sieve right now. So there's that. But if you come over here to the apple orchard and the winery, this is like an old Spanish style roof. So you got this end part, and that was very easy to do. You created your roof, and what is that blind? Oh, so this is an odd number because there's a flat part here, and then the roofs go here, and then but the outer part is built. I don't know the name of the style, but it's kind of cool. So, and then you're going to I ran into a lot of trial and error on this, because you can see the roofs don't match up. I can't remember why I did this over here and not stop there, but there was a reason. And then this is similar, because this was a cylinder. So I just created the outer layer and then just kept moving in one, as you can see here. And it all came to a point. Matter of fact, I could put a lightning rod there. I should put lightning rods, because that would have been seen. And you can see how everything is centered. So this is 3 by 3, 3 blocks by 3 blocks, and then you have a center block, and everything lines up. Because that fireplace lines up. And there's the fireplace. Nice. Nice chandelier. So, obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, that's 11. I forgot to count that block. 1, 10, 11. So you can see how this is an odd number here, and that'll give you that flat block in the center, and also to mount things so it's in the center. No, really? If you come over here, here's an older style roof. And like I said, I am not, roofs for me are my Achilles heel. You can see here's the center point of the roof, which is the skylights. There's a chandelier there. It goes off into this, it jets off into this roof over here for the garage. And these are just done with different corners and different blocks. So if I go into my inventory and type roof, not roof, roof, you can see here we have an inner corner. So there's a long inner corner, there's a short inner corner, there's an outer corner, which is this one over here, different styles, different colors, because I have a lot of mods on here, different aluminum style roofs, slate roofs. I don't have too many roofs that are just stepped. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let us go over to, so that was those roofs. And then we have more flat roofs. We have some artistic, just by adding this little raised section in the very middle, you get a kind of artistic. It adds definition to it. That's a roof. This is a roof. No, really? And another one. This didn't come out too well, but there's a couple houses near me that one side of the roof is steeper than the other side. Now I could have extended this roof out, and let's take a look at that. Boom. So if we go like this, we go and we come up here. Let's see. I think I did this before. And I think it looked, it didn't, oop, don't do that to me. It did not turn out the way that I wanted. So now you see we have that. And to be honest, that looks kind of ugly. Only because it's got the blocky look. However, let's add these here. We got one more there. So let's see what we did. You know what? That looks good. That looks good. Huh. Yeah. Nice. So let's take that. Let's put that up there because, and then let's take a long, wait, that's single long. There's two different ones because there's circular ones and then, so that's the long. That's what I think that's what I used. Yeah, I used the shingle part. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take this. You see, I think this is why I did this. That don't look right. Why did I? That's not right. All right, let's see what we can do here. So let's duplicate this. I think it's been I think 2 years ago I built this house. So we have that. This roof is not the same. Oh, there it is. Okay. I used a different color. So let's take that one. Let's try. Because I do like the way that it overhangs. We're going to go here, here. No, something's wrong. It's because I didn't do it right. There we go. These blocks are 2 nodes. So you have to get them just right. Nice. You know, I do like that. However, the problem is I don't know. Because I do have it does come over. I could try to do something with the green. I don't know. I like that. I think that works out pretty good. What would be even nicer is if this kind of let's just finish the effect here, and it might grow on me, it might not. So we're going to extend this out 1. And if you think I've run out of ideas, kind of. Every once in a while I get into a little lull of what do I want to build next. And I finished the farm area. I put a lake, I put a little pond in, and we'll see that at the very end. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm in a tree. There we go. And I put a little pond in because now what did I do here? I think no. What did I do over here? Oh, I put another block in there. Duh. So I'm not out of ideas. There we go. But what I ended up doing is, I'm kind of, did it again. I'm kind of in between ideas where I want to go next. So, I mean, I have a lot of different places. Oh, look at that roof. Ooh, how artistic. So I think that looks pretty cool. But I don't know what that roof style is called. So you have one roof on one side and it has a different steep angle than the other side. And then there's some makeshift dormers over here. Dormers are another thing that are hard to recreate. As you'll see with the, we have this house over here. We have different multi-level roof here. Let's get rid of this. Ooh, I'm littering in my own world. More flat roofs. What I want to do, oh, the castle is over here. And there is a step roof over here. So over here we have a classic roof, and I didn't smooth that out. I left it jagged because it matches the style of everything else. These, I cannot even remember how I did it. I think you had to go, what you do is you do the base layer around here, and then you go one block in and you create this. And I tried doing that with the cylinder tool. These roofs took a long time, but if you come over here, here's a step roof. And it does look good. There's certain, these are with stair blocks. So it does, there are certain reasons why you'd want to use that compared to a smooth roof if you wanted more detail and stuff like that. So that works. If we come over here, there's going to be another village. Boy, I've been talking 22 minutes on roofs. Wait a minute. Okay, here's this. I'm lost. Help me, I'm lost. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's the lighthouse. There's another building over here. There it is. Here's more step roofs. And here's another dormer. Now, this I did not come up with on my own. This was a tutorial from, oh, what's his name? I don't even know if he's still doing YouTube. Andy is Yoda built this, and I copied it, but I changed all the materials and made it mine. So you can see here, oh, we got to check out the castle. So there's a bunch of different kind of roofs here and a dormer. But the dormer doesn't really fit in. It does, but it doesn't. But we're playing with blocks, meaning not childish playing with blocks, but we're playing with a block is roughly 3 feet by 3 feet. So your dimensions are going to look off a little bit. Here's the diamond house. And you have to add your own elements. I mean, look at this roof. I'm very proud of this roof, and I will pat myself on the back for this one. I love the way that looks by using angled blocks. And you're just going to have to experiment, and that's basically what I do with all my builds. I experiment with different blocks to make different shapes. You can see here I can't continue the wood here on this block level here. I probably could, but it would come in as a block here and you'd lose the smoothness. So if you're down here and you're looking up, it would look disjointed. But that house is cool. I really like that house, especially with the indoor. I love bringing nature in. We've all seen this house here. Different colors, different styles of roof. Over here, this is interesting because, well, it's subjective. So what you have is this 2-layer slope here, and that goes to a flat section. This section is flat, and then it goes up to another roof. And you just have to be patient. Oh, yeah, we'll look at that over here. That building over there is duplicated over here. We go through the enchanted forest, come to the, look at that. And here's another roof where it was done with different angled blocks. Now this base was built on the cylinder, and then I used different cuts. You can see that block right there. Let's duplicate that. And go over here and put down that block. So that was built from, if I go into my table saw and take a block, this is going to be bad, but you can see these different glass slopes. That is what created that. So there's that one, but this is a half one. I don't know if that. Oh, let's go get a block so we can cut it. Nice. Very nice. And now we can go back into our table saw and go get up there. Thank you. There it is. And it's an 05 slope. So you can create different things, and you're going to have to play with these blocks. And it can get frustrating, but once you get these blocks to line up, you can produce some pretty cool things, as you can see here with this house here. And then the angled blocks, you can see how I did the understructure and I did the supports and everything, and it looks real industrial. But that's all I did with this. So you can see the lines here where they meet, and it turned out pretty cool. And you have the center point. If you go inside here to look at the end structure, you can see how the square part in here, and then it goes there. So what that did is I used a multitude of different blocks. Obviously this is even because there's a flat spot in the middle here, and I used the same technique to create the overhangs on here. On this barn, I decided to smooth it out. The barn is the same dimensions as the other barn that you saw. However, I smoothed out this part here and went like that. So here's a pond I put in. Made this area real nice. So if we come out here, let's play around with this a little bit. We have that. So what we want is, we have the stone right there. We have that stone. Let's get rid of the apples. Oh, I should have kept that. And the reason why I should have kept that was if we take one of those and one of those, and then put this in here, take one of those, you're going to be able to see the difference in size. Oh, let's take that one. So we put that there, and it creates a slope, but you can see on the sides, that's too, actually that fits right there. You can see how that lines up, and it's creating these kind of different shapes, but that actually fits. Now if we take this one here and we move it around, oh, that's kind of cool. Nice. But you have to play around with these to get the proper shape. So you can see how we created that there. You can create different geological shapes almost And then we're going to have to put that there, but that doesn't match up now. So we'd have to go, oh, there we go. Now we created it. Now it all flows. So you can do some pretty cool things with that. That's if you have the circular saw mod, and the stairs plus circular saw, that's in there. And then you have different, like I said, different shapes. You have an inside corner, outside corner, so you can make your different corners around things. And you just have to get creative. And no, it's not easy. However, when you do hit on, when you do hit upon a good roof structure, and you can go from there. So hopefully, in my barn, everybody's doing good. I didn't test out that. Oh no, I did test it out. There was a comment about the new pets mod, having it where the animals won't jump over the fences. So in my other world where the pets mod is, here's another little step roof using slabs or half blocks. Yeah. Uh-oh. Why are you out? You get back in here. Thank you. No, the chickens didn't leave me any eggs. Why not? They left me them. They left me them the other day. Hi there, chicken. Give the chicken some eggs here. And then the cows get hay, the horse gets an apple. Just feed my stuff. He's healthy. Horse gets that. Did I feed that cow? Oh, we have a little chickie. Chick. Let's feed him before he dies. All right, he's full health. Can't remember what the goat gets. I think this goat. Yep, that goat gets hay. Everybody's fed, except for the cat. Oh, the cat health 10, and the cat gets raw chicken. That's the one thing I like about pets, is that if you right click on a tamed pet, it'll give you that little menu and tell you what it likes, I guess. Nice. So that is a look at different roofs, and there's more. Obviously you can see a roof here. There's several buildings that I didn't highlight in the city. The nature reserve is one of them. Oh, you know what? We're at 33 minutes. I always go for 40 minutes. So let's take a look at that. We will travel there real quickly. It won't take that long. Editing. I like to edit, but I don't like to edit. So you get to fly over the city. One of the things I like to do with roofs is incorporate them into the builds, like obviously, but different scenarios. Like if you have a high-rise building, what do you find at the most of the high-rise buildings? Oh, here's another style roof with a peak. And this is just, so if we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now in this case, we have a 7x7 block. So I was able to use the corners, and you just put the base layer down first and then go one in and put the base and put that layer, and then layer and layer and layer until you get to the center. So that's how that works. If you're building skyscrapers, what do you find on most of the skyscraper on the top floors? You find observation decks. Here's a slab step style roof that I built. If you go on the inside, you can see how the slabs just one after the other. Cool. But on top of on top of the skyscraper, you're going to find observatories or observation decks. Here's a roof garden. On top of this roof, we have, oh, this is one of my favorites. I actually copied this whole building here and I transfer them to different builds, your utility things. But here we go to the top of the John Hancock building, and you can see there's a whole roof substructure here and restaurants and towers. If we come down here, we have this roof garden and restaurant, which is really, really cool. That's a unique style roof. Oh, this thing. I forgot about this. This took me a long time and I screwed up, as you can see, because they're not level. This section is not level with this section, but that's fine. And you could, but it worked out. And this is an actual building. It's in Oak Brook. And if you go back to the video of this building, this is pretty much how it looks. And I built some cool condos and penthouses up here with lofts. But the one building, there's another one. There's two real cool buildings back here. There's the design house. Here's the conservatory, which is just a glass roof. More rooftop gardens here. This roof. This one, which has an inner part, which is kind of cool. This one took a long time because to get the spacing and everything. So you're sitting here going, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each corner, and I was able to build it up into that. Cool. That's one of my favorites. But you come over here and you come over to the nature part, and you got a roof around the roof because of the way the building is. But then in the center, this is even, and you can tell it comes up, and there's two areas here. This roof took a while to make because there's so many different aspects of the roof where they tie in, and this is where your inner blocks, you know, your inner and outer blocks match up. So there you go. Here's another, if you want to do, you can see here there's two blocks, so they create a point. But and I hate to say this, but you're going to have to use your imagination on these roofs. This is a dome that I created, and this was used with the tool from World Edit when I created these domes and then copied them onto each other. Here's another roof with 4 peaks. Here's an older style roof on here. But the best thing to do is to look at nature, and this roof took a lot. That roof took a lot. But you're going to have to use your imagination. And I know I say that in every video, but it is so true. Because you can stay true to, you can stay true to how something looks in real life, or you can go out and you can create your own, like the different shapes and different structures. And none of this is wrong. I mean, this is just, it's make-believe. You can make it as realistic as you possibly can, but at the end of the day, is it? Can a architect reproduce this? This roof I've seen, and this just takes off. So instead of being a second floor here, it's just an open roof, which how that looks on the inside is, it looks like an artistic style roof for the second part. Wastes a lot of space because you can't use it for anything other than being an open roof, but it looks cool. There you go. So there you have it. Different style roofs. Hopefully it gave you some inspiration. I didn't even hit on the Japanese style roofs, which I will fly over to real quickly. There's a medieval style roof, and we'll end it with the Japanese style roofs, because here's the Japanese castle. Look at that. I mean, that's just, you know, and this was a tutorial, and let me tell you, it was hard. A lot of different blocks were used, stairs, slabs, full blocks to create these roofs. But there you have it. I'm going to create, you know, if I were to, I'm trying to create a thumbnail that's actually usable. Ooh, computer did not like that. Go over here to the garden. I don't want to give it the wrong idea. But these roofs and these little outcrops, and you're just going to have to play with them. Let's go this. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm going to take a picture of this one too. Just because. So there you have it. There is different roof styles. Like I said, hopefully, I know I didn't do an exact tutorial on it, but hopefully it gave you enough ideas on how you can create them in the different materials and the different styles. Meaning, using the circular saw to cut different shapes, and any block that you can cut, you can put into these different shapes and mix them together to create something. So that's going to do it. Hopefully, like I said, if you're seeing this video, then my makeshift studio and setup worked, and I am a happy person. Now I just have to edit and go from there. So thank you very much for watching and joining. And until next episode, goodbye.